Hello everyone, this is Derek from Alibaba Cloud. The Double 11 Shopping Festival Alibaba this year has just ended. In this session, I'm going to introduce one of the technologies behind this Double 11, which is MaxCompute. The first thing you need to know about Double 11 is that it is Alibaba's largest online promotion. For customers, Double 11 is something that happens in only one day, but it is a long-term project that requires years worth of dedication and planning. And it affects the lives of millions of platform merchants. From Alibaba's aspect of view, lots of thinkings and preparations about this relative business and technologies need to go into this Double 11. About the MaxCompute, in one word, it is a data warehouse in Alibaba Cloud. It is serverless. And in this year's Double 11, we keep improving our compute capacity and lower the cost. We served 50% more business than last year. And in one day, we're actually supporting 15 million compute tasks scheduled. And we actually manipulate 1.7 EB data per day. It is 80% more than last year. We were dealing with 596 million records per second data right into MC holograms at peak period, which is the online OLAP of MaxCompute. Totally, we're actually have 50% of compute increase than last year. Behind those numbers, we were actually developing some technology. The first one is MaxCompute Optimized Execution Framework, which is Service Mode 2.0. It can reduce about 65 overhead of jobs. And we have our SQL optimizer. In the previous version, we have supported the cost and history-based optimizer. And this year, we have a DAG 2.0, which is kind of dynamically tuning the jobs during their execution process, which is the DAG 2.0 execution engine. It can save about 780 million times compute node scheduling consumption. And third one is our storage. MaxCompute storage come from the Apache ORC format, but we have our own version, which is Ali ORC. We can get a better performance than the open source Apache ORC and Apache Parquet. So we have a benchmark chart in this slide. The last one is the MaxCompute is self-developed compute engine, and we also support the open source. So we have a Qubit engine, which is compatible with Yarn and Spark. The MaxCompute is a serverless architecture for more flexible resource solutions. It is a balance between cost and performance. And we believe that different enterprises have different demands and preferences for compute power. And for example, if the organizations have stable running of jobs periodically, and we have subscription billing method to meet the regular resources need with a stable expense. If the business of the enterprises is growing bigger and bigger, and we actually have the pay-as-you-go mode to serve the customer as on demand. They can pay just as their usage. And with those enterprises have sudden spike in demand, while the periodic jobs are running just like the Double 11 for Alibaba Group. And we have those converged compute resources. Your businesses can, based on the subscription and pay-as-you-go billing mode method together. So you can leverage regular resources need and some peak time of your business. And the last one is for testing and development. We also provide some versions of the MaxCompute for you to try and run your business and some innovations with lower cost. And this is actually the architecture of MaxCompute from bottom to top. So first we have a pre-configured large-scale computing and storage resources pool. And based on that, the resource management and job scheduling it is for multi-tenant. And we have unified data warehouse for storing structured data. And we can also integrate data lakes for storing structured and semi-structured data. And based on that, you can create multi-project for different scenario, like the ETL, BI, and self-service analysis, and also support the machine learning. In the upper level, we have some data management and governance component for the users, which has come from the Web UI SDK and the JDBC interface to manipulate this system. For this data lake component for storing structure and semi-structure component, I would like to mention that from 2013 to 2015, Alibaba is actually built their data analysis platform on Hadoop ecosystem, and we met with some problem then. So we decided to migrate our data platform from Hadoop to MaxCompute, which is self-developed. So this scenario is equivalent to the Meng data warehouse for data lake scenario. After Alibaba built its data median from 2016 to 2018, we worked actually on two projects in our data platform. So the first one is built on Hadoop, and the second is built on MaxCompute. So we need a joint computing platform empowers data to support multi-engines. So we developed something like Qubit, which we have mentioned in the slides in the previous slides. And Qubit is building MaxCompute platform, and the data resource layer is encapsulated into Yarn and Kubernetes platform. The Qubit platform allows Spark and Flink to run data by using resources on MaxCompute without modified code. The system is only replace some jar packages, and it is equivalent to expanding the range of supported engine on basis of a data warehouse. So this is just like a logic data lake, actually. So actually in 2019, Alibaba saw some potential problems of implementing a logic data lake, which would make things very difficult for users, especially when working with some large volume of data. In addition, some of our customers have reported that they already have the Hadoop system, like we have 2,000 servers and want to use Alibaba Cloud's data warehouse architecture and the median architecture to improve their business capacity and help them to do the innovations. They want to achieve some development along both lines. Therefore, Alibaba is working on achieving a lake warehouse integration. So this architecture chart is actually shows this MaxCompute lakehouse architecture. In addition to the network connections between the data lake and the data warehouse, we also implement some metadata interconnection. What it means is that when you want to perform a joint computing on the data on both sides, you do not need to create external table. Currently, this architecture is on trial use. All right, this is a very brief introduction of MaxCompute, and welcome to try. Thank you very much for your time.